Apple just made the iPhone 18 Pro, and somehow people are already arguing about the wrong things. The dynamic island is shrinking, the price is not. And there is one feature coming to this phone that no reviewer is actually explaining correctly, and it will change how you think about the camera on every iPhone that comes after this one. We'll get there, but first, let me tell you what's actually happening here because the picture is more complicated than the spec sheet makes it look. The iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max are officially 1 month away, expected unveil September 9th. On sale September 18th, and the rumor pool right now is unusually deep. We're talking leaked regulatory filings, confirmed chip specs, supply chain reports. I've gone through all of it. 12 rumored features. 3 of them are genuinely exciting. One of them I think is going to frustrate a lot of people, and one is a straight up price problem that Apple is hoping you don't notice until you're already in the store. Let's go through this properly. Start with the thing everyone is going to see first, the front of the phone. The dynamic island is getting smaller. Apple is reportedly moving Face ID's flood illuminator under the display, which frees up space up top. Smaller pill, same functionality, cleaner look, honestly good. The current dynamic island is fine, but it's not exactly something people were asking to keep forever. The display itself moves to what Apple is calling LTPO plus technology, same 6.3-inch and 6.9-inch sizes as the iPhone 17 Pro, same 3-camera plateau design on the back. But the display efficiency improves, which feeds directly into battery life. More on that in a second. Here's where it gets interesting. The iPhone 18 Pro is reportedly getting variable aperture on the main 48 megapixel Fusion camera. And this is the feature I mentioned at the top because everyone is listing it, but almost nobody is explaining what it actually means for you. Variable aperture means the camera can physically change how wide its lens opens. Wider aperture, more light in, shallower depth of field. Narrower aperture, sharper across the whole frame, less light. On a dedicated camera, this is standard. On a smartphone, it's genuinely rare. Now, here's the honest part. iPhones have small sensors. Small sensors limit how dramatically aperture changes affect depth of field. So the improvement is real, but it's not going to feel like switching between lenses on a DSLR. What it will do is give you more control in challenging lighting situations. And for portrait shots, product shots, anything where you want a little more intentionality behind the frame, that matters. The telephoto is also getting a wider aperture on the Pro models, better low light zoom. In both of these camera upgrades, variable aperture on main, wider telephoto, but are Pro exclusive this year. If you're on a standard iPhone 18, you're not getting either of these. That's a meaningful gap. The A20 Pro chip moves to TSMC's 2 nanometer process. The A19 Pro was the 3 nanometer. What does that mean in practice? Faster, more efficient, better sustained performance under load. Every A series chip has delivered year-over-year gains, and the move to 2 nanometer is a real architectural step, not just a marketing refresh. But honestly, the modem story might be more interesting this year. Apple's C2 chip is the 3rd generation of their in-house modem. The C1 debuted in the iPhone 16e. The C1X in the iPhone Air was already reportedly twice as fast as the C1. The C2 should push that further. And here's the headline feature tied to it. 5G via satellite, not just emergency SOS, not just messaging, web browsing, without Wi-Fi, without cellular coverage. If you've ever been in a dead zone and needed to actually function, this is the version of satellite connectivity you've been waiting for. There's also a new N2 chip handling Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. The N1 in the current models already made hotspot and AirDrop more reliable. The N2 continues that. Battery, this is where the Pro Max earns its name this year. Alleged regulatory filings show the eSIM version of the iPhone 18 Pro Max coming in at 5,567 milliamp hours. The iPhone 17 Pro Max sits at 5,088. That's nearly 10% larger. Stack that on top of the A20 Pro chip efficiency gains and the C2 modem improvements, and you're potentially looking at the best battery life in iPhone history. Not pretty good, best. The trade-off, the Pro Max is reportedly going to be thicker than the iPhone 17 Pro Max and thicker than the iPhone 18 Pro. For most people, yes, that's probably fine. For the people who are hoping everything keeps getting thinner, it did not. Let's talk about the number. Apple is going to flash on that screen on September 9th. Analysts are currently estimating the iPhone 18 Pro starts at $1,299 to $1,399. The Pro Max, $1,399 to $1,499. That is $200 to $300 more than the iPhone 17 Pro models. Let that sit for a second. The iPhone Air, which Apple will presumably still be selling, is going to cost several $100s less. The iPhone 17 is going to be almost half the price of the new Pro Max. Is the iPhone 18 Pro worth $1,399? Maybe. If you actually use the camera as a creative tool, variable aperture is a real differentiator. If you travel internationally and hit dead zones, 5G via satellite is genuinely useful. If you are a Pro Max person and battery is your thing, this is the year. But if you're upgrading from an iPhone 15 Pro and you're mostly just texting and scrolling, the iPhone 17 Pro is going to be available, probably discounted, and it's already an excellent phone. I'm not going to tell you to spend $400 more to get features you'll use twice. That's not a review, that's a sales pitch. Here's where I land. The iPhone 18 Pro is a genuinely strong upgrade if you care about cameras, battery, or connectivity. Variable aperture on the main camera is a real step forward. The battery on the Pro Max is the most compelling reason to buy in years. 5G via satellite is niche, but when you need it, it's not niche anymore. The price is the problem. Not because Apple can't justify it, they can technically, but because the gap between Pro and everything else is now wide enough that a lot of people who've been buying Pro out of habit probably shouldn't be. The event is expected September 9th, on sale September 18th. I'll have hands-on coverage the moment these are in my hands. One question before you go. At $1,399, does this phone earn it for you, or is this the year you finally consider something else? Let me know below, because I'm genuinely curious whether I'm the only one who thinks the pricing crossed a line this time.